Hey, did you know that in today's world, about 50% of everyone has an extra stream of income, a side gig? We're glad and we're excited that you want to know a little bit about our side gigs. And we want to keep it real because we're real people just like you are. I'm Bernie Ratcliffe. I joined Rodan & Fields because I had 3 children in college. I needed extra income then, and now I need extra income because I'm getting ready for retirement. But some of my friends had different reasons for joining. Jill, why did you join Rodan & Fields?
I remember meeting you for the first time and us talking about the business. And one of the things that impressed me the most was your skin. And I remember you looking at me and saying, I have peptide powder on. And I was impressed with that because I had been in the skincare industry. But because of fertility medicine and taking all of those hormonal drugs, I had cystic acne. And I was desperate for a skincare. My current skincare was not curing it. I was embarrassed when I got pictures made of me and my newborn. I asked the photographer to edit out my skin. And so when you looked at me and said, I'm wearing peptide powder, I was impressed. And I just have to give credit to my husband. He is a researcher, and for 2 reasons I would say I joined the business. I joined without ever using the products, but this is why I joined. 60 days. 60-day empty bottle money back guarantee. That meant that if I tried the products, squeezed out every bit of them, empty bottle, and it didn't work, that as a consultant, I could return the products, or me sharing it to a customer, they could too. So I dove in, never trying the products. I just had to go with my husband's research because he researched the doctors, number one, in the acne regimen, and they were $1 billion brand already, made it with Proactiv. And so I joined and trusted him in his research and never looked back. It changed my skin. And so one of the things I wanted to do was like, okay, I want to work with some ladies as well and do this with them. And so as you think about that in the business, in the business aspect, you can be somebody that just shares the products with your friends and family, or you can also have teammates. And I'm a team person. I love community. And so I live in Louisiana. So I called my friend who lived in Orlando, Florida, and I was like, I want you to do this with me. So Bree, what made you join?
Well, I joined for the discount on the products because I was getting towards 40, seeing fine lines and wrinkles. But the other thing that was really cool for me at the time, I didn't know I needed a plan B, but I really realized very quickly, a few years in, my husband unexpectedly lost his job with my dad's company. And literally we were in a place, I just had my second child. She was 5 weeks old at home at the time, and we had no income, and I realized that this job was the only thing that allowed for us to pay our mortgage, which was incredible. So I wanted to share this with my friend over here, Kelly, but I sent her a sample because she was also talking about fine lines and wrinkles. So Kelly, share with them, you live in a different state than Florida, so.
I do, yes. And I remember thinking, okay, I'm approaching 40. I was actually I was 35. And I began to see the 11s, fine lines and wrinkles on my forehead. She sent me the sample. I was such a skeptic that these products would work. I was like, this is ridiculous that I would try a sample and actually see results. But I did see results. I did. And when I woke up the next morning, I saw a difference in the health and the glow in my skin. And I realized, I need these products every day on my skin, but I also want to be able to share them with others. So I began a process of getting samples. First of all, I purchased the products for myself. I began to share as I go. So in the car line at school with volunteers or teachers, as I pick up my kids on the soccer field on the sidelines, I began to share, hey, have you tried this? Let me give you at a Christmas party. Hey, I've got this sample. I want you to try it. And I began to see that many people want healthy. All of us want healthy skin. All of us want products with results that work. So I began to share just as I go and with people and friends. But I know that's not the story for everyone that may not have necessarily a network. So Emily, tell us how you've been able to grow your business. How these products have worked for you.
Yeah, I didn't have that option to just share on the go because we had
actually moved from Louisiana, where 99% of my network was, to Maryland. And I started my business 3 weeks after we moved to Maryland. I did not know a soul there. And so it was really through social media and, whether it's Facebook or Instagram, just connecting with people that I already had on there. And what I really loved about that was it made it very flexible for me. I was able to do it from my phone. I had a newborn at the time. And so, if I'm up at 2 a.m. doing feedings, like I can send out a message to someone or, follow up on a sample and they'll see it the next day. And so from there, we moved from Maryland to Arkansas, and same situation, didn't know anybody. And finally, we're back home, but it was, 5 years of just doing it through social media. But
Successfully.
Successfully, very successfully. But what I love is that, like, yes, I've been in this for 5 years, but you're new and already seeing success. Tell us about that. Like, how are you growing your business?
So I'm approaching a year, and I've got to say the success in my business. I mean, the reason I decided to join Rodan & Fields, I had been a customer for a long, long time. A friend of mine had asked me to join several times, and I said no, and it finally hit me that this was a way to earn money, and I wanted to make money. So, I mean, I think we can all say that's kind of what we're doing here. I mean, it's great that we all feel good about our skin. So, but it was easy because there were plans in place for someone to get started quickly. This team of women make sure that you have the tools to do your job well. You're not out there on your own on an island. We have things planned every month that you can attend and be a part of that will allow you to be successful. And something that I didn't think about when I joined, my kids are busy. I work a full-time job in pharmaceutical sales. My kids do baseball and dance and basketball. I have a lot of friends that we do a lot of things with. So I didn't expect that I would value the community so much, but I will say, since junior high, whenever I've gathered with, maybe 3 or more females, it's not always like the most positive experience, but we're always talking about productive things and growth and doing things better for ourselves. So, the money's really great, but the community's been really awesome too. And then, Jamie, she can talk to us a little bit more. She is a kindergarten teacher, and also she's a hairstylist. And if you have been living under a rock, Rodan & Fields launched a brand new line of products, and Jamie is the expert. Hair care.
Well, I don't know about an expert, but I just struggled when you were like, but we are looking to make money. I'm a teacher, so it's no surprise that teachers do not get paid as much as they should. But so 9 years ago, that sent me to looking kind of for something. I was going to be staying home with my little boy, and so this business has actually afforded me that opportunity. And so I just actually went back to teaching after 8 years. So I had to be home with my babies for 8 years because of this business. I'm so thankful for it. And now another one of my passions is doing hair. And now I have a whole new group of people to talk to about this new hairline, and I'm just so thrilled for that because I get to help people with their skin, but also help people with their hair now, and it's been a real fun ride.
Well, wait, let me say, you talk about, okay, so Rodan & Fields afforded her the opportunity to stay home with her kids. Rodan & Fields afforded you the opportunity to take multiple all-expense-paid trips. Bree, the same thing. Jill, Bernie, they won cars, Lexuses. So we've all been afforded these opportunities.
Right.
I won a $1,000 gift card to have a shopping spree at Nordstrom.
In a year.
Started
a year ago.
Less than
So-
4 months or something like that.
Yeah.
So that when you think about what it allowed, yes, people say I'm too busy, I don't have time for this, but it's also about gaining the freedom to do things that you desire for your family.
And it's just
It is
just
fun.
It gives me, for when I was home with my babies, it gave me an outlet of women, like you were saying earlier. And I don't want to say that was my purpose, raising my babies, but it did give me a purpose of just kind of something else to feel like I was contributing financially to our family, and it was just fun.
It's fun whether you need the money or whether you just want to blow it on yourself.
Yes, I have so many people
people in my family
It's
that they're
fun.
like, this is just my fun.
Yeah.
It's my fun.
And it is
fun.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And so, in closing, as you heard just different stories, and we have even some that have won trips. In fact, Emily has a little present from her trip right now. She won a trip to Mexico.
First name Rodan, middle name Field.
Yeah, and she brought home a present that's due very soon in a few months. So, but in closing, I just really want to, as I started at the beginning sharing about just my husband and a researcher that he was, one of the things he told me, and so I'm telling you 9 years later, is that try this for 6 months. There is no risk. You sign up as a rep, you get samples, and you use the products and you pass them on to your friends or your family or your networks, either through in person, at the soccer field, or social media. And you just let them try the products to see whether it's hair care, whether it's skin care, whether it's for their lashes or their brows. And you trust the credibility of the past, of what these doctors have done and what the doctors have done in the present. This is Dermatological Skincare, the #1 premium skincare in North America. You give them 60 days to try the products and see. And your story could be like ours. It could be something that is just an extra side income. It could be a community. It could be fun prizes. But whatever it is, we're committed to helping you with your wishes for this business, whether it's a discount or whether it's passing on and helping people with their skin and hair. Okay?
Don't wait. 2023 is the year.
It's your year. It's your year.